I'm Malcolm Van Delst, and this is an excerpt from Do the Wrong Thing, a book series or extra long novel that opens with a woman trying to kill herself. She says, I don't know why I tried to do this, and by way of explanation tells her life story. We are in book 3 now, getting past the opening. Working title of book 3 is Shiny Pretty Gothic. Last week in Do the Wrong Thing, Ava had sex with a guy she met on a subway, then later with the art professor she models for. I'm starting this week with some edits from a few weeks ago. Please tell me how these are now, and then I'll continue with the chapter Thrashing Blindly Among the Goths. So the first piece is the art modeling piece. I've changed it because, the feedback I got was that it needed more. I could model better than any of the models I've had in art classes. I used to think this at Birmingham U even. If a model cares, they inspire the artist or student. They light a fire in the artist or student, transferring energy, something like that. But the model has to care. Pierre models for art classes. It's boring and cold, he says, as we sit at the dining room table, drinking coffee. Pierre's not a good model, I can tell right away. But the small school where he works pays him $15 an hour. Can you get me jobs? I ask. The classroom is cold. I can't decide if I'm nervous or excited. We start with gestures, which is a good thing because I'm immediately into an overambitious, stretched out, balancing on one foot pose, misjudging how long 10 seconds is when you have to stand. No, balance, still. I rein it in for the next gesture, but return to stretched out, one leg lifted a few poses later, figuring out what I'm capable of as I go along. I want to inspire. After 10 minutes of gestures, it's 1 minute poses, same as my life drawing classes in Birmingham and Trent. After that, there'll be a break, then 2 15-minute poses, another short break, then a half an hour pose. In a partial squat, head and torso twisted right, hand in the air, shaking, holding on as sweat trickles down my sides. I'm embarrassed, but then stop caring. What's more life than a statue oozing sweat? At break, the students and teachers smile at me. I walk around and look at myself through the eyes of others. You're a dancer? The teacher asks. No, I laugh, not even socially. She looks surprised. And the East Indian shop scene. I find a real job 2 days a week standing in a narrow, crowded East Indian store at the bottom of Serrato on the seedy part of popular Monash Street. You're not bartering, my boss says. I'm supposed to barter with the customers. Okay, I will, I say. We don't get many customers, 1 or 2 per hour. They pick half-heartedly at skirts, blouses, bags, and incense holders. I smile uncertainly, voice stuck in my throat like a fishbone that's growing wings. Limbs? It's lodged too tight, facing in the wrong direction, filling my esophagus with its struggle so that I can't swallow, and my eyes begin blinking Morse code panic. After shift, I walk past a blues bar a couple doors down. They've got a sign on the door, waitress wanted. Continuing with Thrashing Blindly Amongst the Goths. I wear my psychedelic mini dress and makeup and put my hair up, thinking that this is how a blues bar checkout girl styles herself. I don't realize that I'll be working a punk show. I didn't know Sunstars did punk shows, and I'm only vaguely aware of what punk rock is. Anyway, a guy comes in with a bleached blonde bouffant, tall, broad-shouldered, wearing a leather jacket. His face is young, earnest, and pink. I'm chatty and enthusiastic, feigning attentiveness. I don't know how to be a coat check girl. I applied to be a waitress, but I think coat check girls act interested. Well, you can see that they aren't. I add intonation and facial, hand and upper body movements to show that my opinions are silly, and therefore the guy I'm amusing can do whatever he likes with and to me. Coat check girls don't matter. Creepy, actually. The guy is insecure, awkward, and my smiles get tighter in his non-responsiveness. My voice becomes an unnatural, high-pitched caricature of lightheartedness. Still, he doesn't leave my wicket, and I feel oddly comforted. He wants to be a World Wrestling Federation wrestler. Do you have a ring name? I ask. Billy Rebel. You know the song, Rebel Yell? Oh, that's so cool, I squeal, even though it's hackneyed and obvious. I've never met a WWF wrestler before, or even a wannabe. From inside coat check girl, I peer at real name Stuart like he's an insect on a slide, albeit a large insect. He dresses like Suzelle, Marcella, and some of Beth's and Pierre's other friends, but he doesn't share their confident, fractious personalities. I've just finished school, he says. Oh, wow, what did you study? Oh, no, I mean grade 12. Oh. Real name Stuart stays by my side while the punks slam into each other in the front room. Before the show, Ajmal, the bar's owner, pushed all the chairs against the walls and removed the tables. It looked like a room ready for a high school dance. All that was missing was balloons and streamers. Maybe that's why Stuart's here. At the end of the night, Stuart asks for my phone number, intrigued, flustered, and flattered. Is it because he's so young? Because he might become famous? I give it to him. After that, there's the conclusion of the Stuart Billy Rebel stuff, the moshed up plot scene, the art professor, the guy who wants to marry Ava, the club scenes with the goth guy and Ava wearing high heels and fake eyelashes. She has sex with her art professor, and then, sure, I say. I'm not excited. I'm never excited anymore. Wally is organizing a fashion show. He wants me to be in it, along with Beth, Pierre, Suzelle, and the rest. We meet in an uncool bar in the tourist part of Rulies at 2 in the afternoon. I don't know why we meet here. The bar is closed, empty. It feels vaguely familiar, but I can't put my finger on why. Sitting on high schools around wooden bar tables, we keep our coats on because it's cold. I'm wearing my Paddington Bear one with high top running shoes and baggy jeans, no makeup. I stare at the floor, hair hanging like a curtain around my face. I'm hidden from the world, but also very aware of what my hair must look like. I wish I could evaporate. I wish I was one of the water puddles on the floor below me. I'd shrink into several smaller puddles, each gritty with dirt and sand tracked in on the bottoms of shoes. I'd vaporize. And what was left, people would despise even more than they do me now. I'm tired of, I don't pretend to be happy. That's not it. I'm tired of pretending to be neutral. There's so much I feel that I can't say. People don't like sadness. I don't care today. I lift my head. Emmett. I didn't know he would be here. His face is unmade up, and his hair. It's not blue-black, it's brown. He's wearing a coat like mine. He turns to me, and his face softens when our eyes meet, and the challenge that's always been there dissolves. He holds my gaze. I drop my head again, let my hair hide my face. I wanted to write this next part in a fancy way. I tried a ton of different phrases. Nothing works. So this is what I ended up with. My heart pounds and his eyes are burning blue lasers into my brain. And at the end of the day, Emmett is sad. Beneath the makeup, and oh my God, he's beautiful and sad like me. Sad, I mean, not beautiful like me. I'm not beautiful. He's not strong. I can't believe, I'm not just saying this. He's like me. I don't know why I spent 2 days writing those lines, then another 2 writing about writing them, and another half a day writing about writing them. While he talks about his concepts for his fashion show, I gaze at the puddles beneath my feet.